Greetings and salutations, Ranting Engineer back at you with a follow-up video to the racket stringing that I did earlier. So I've had an opportunity to get out to the courts, hit by myself for several hours, break these things in a little bit, get a little more feel with it. Started with a new ball in one case and then broke that one in and actually switched to an older ball to see how they do. So I had the three different types of strings I was testing out, kind of comparing to the Gozen string that I use already. And I definitely have a clear winner. Clear winner by a country mile. This blue string, which is the Alternic 18, this is a phenomenal string. There's power, there's control, doesn't vibrate too much. It's got a bit of softness to it. You can crank it, and it's got a bit of roughness to it. You can actually spin the ball quite well. And it's not a dead feeling string, and it doesn't feel too stiff. So it is a really good blend. Once the string bed settled, I highly recommend this string. Again, I've got this one strung up at 25 pounds. Normally I'd go 27, 28, but based on what Ashway is saying is this is a stiffer string, this is a string that doesn't stretch much. So a lot of strings will settle and stretch. This doesn't. Anyways, phenomenal string. This is actually my favorite by far. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. So this is the PowerNick 18. This is much like the badminton string, the Zymax 65 that I use. And what's interesting, I played some badminton today and I played squash yesterday. This string with a new ball is pretty good. It's, I don't want to say unresponsive, but I found that I'm not getting a lot of feedback from it with touch shots. It seems to spin decently well. Now, it does hit hard, but I found that you kind of have to hit it correctly. Because it is definitely a stiff string, kind of like the badminton string. So I could wind up and hit it pretty good. It's like the Gozen in the sense that the drop shots go where I want them to, but there's no spring effect. Again, this is strung at the same 25 pounds as the other one, but this one seems stiffer. It's not a bad string, but with a new ball, it was better than the next one, but with an older ball, it wasn't as good. So I'm actually going to rank this third, which might surprise some people. But again, it's not a bad string, just based on what I was doing. It's okay. I'll keep it in the racket. I'll see how it performs. But again, I was struggling a little bit with the touch on this. Again, just because it wasn't soft, it felt a little board-like. Okay, this gets me to the Curiosity string. Now, when I first started hitting with this, with a brand new ball, I actually wasn't very impressed. I told my friend Big D, who might be watching this video, that, you know what, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. However, I got it out yesterday, and using an older ball, this string actually performed really well. It performed better than the red string. I got pretty good pop off it, a decent power string. What this does is this does really grab and spin the ball. So when I do the touch shots, when I'm hitting cut shots in the corner, this actually did really well. I'm quite impressed with it. So I would recommend it for, again, with a brand new ball. The blue string was the best. The red was pretty good. But I would give this multi-nick a look. In this racket, again, decent touch, decent pop. I could crank it. It's definitely softer feeling than the red. Probably not quite as soft as the blue, but a different feel. This actually has a little bit of vibration to it, good or bad or indifferent. But the touch feel, I can feel the string, I can feel it compress. So when I go into the corner and I get it on the strings, I can get that cut. I can turn it and hit it pretty hard. What's interesting though is this string is at 28. That red string here at 25 pounds feels way tighter than this string. So again, it's a Zymax string. There's not a lot of creep to it. There's not a lot of stretch to it. So anyway, the review is Alternic 18, probably my favorite string of those. I would put probably this next, okay? And this would be on par with the Gozen. Okay, the Gozen is not as spinny as this, but the Gozen hits harder and has about the same feel. And sadly, I'm going to rank the PowerNick 18 the least favorite of mine. Not say it's not a bad string, okay? It doesn't suit, basically doesn't feel like it suits my game. However, if you're the type that has a very quick swing and likes power, this is for you. If you're the type you have a low swing and you like to rebound the ball, give it a little bit of give to it, this isn't. Very stiff, very stiff. So when you swing fast, this will go. All right, have yourself a good evening.